This video is sponsored by Mark 7, shaping the future of all things car wash. Visit mark7.net for more information.
Welcome back to another episode of Unscripted, Carwash.com's video interview series that connects you with market leaders. Joining me today on Unscripted is International Carwash Association's Kim Vinciguerra, who is ICA's Chief Experience Officer. Kim, it's great to see you, and thanks for doing this interview with me today.
Thanks, happy to be here.
Sounds good. Well, we're sitting here about a little less than a month from the start of the Car Wash Show 2021. Should be a great event once again. And I know obviously last year show was canceled, originally rescheduled and ultimately canceled out of concern over the coronavirus pandemic. But in 2019, which was the last car wash show, there were over 9,500 people who attended, according to the association. Are you expecting a similar turnout this year in Las Vegas, Kim?
So let me start with saying we're super excited about our registration numbers for this year. We are seeing trends that are similar to probably average of the last 4 years combined. 9,500 in 2019 was a record-breaking year for us. So that was super exciting. I think just across the industry in all events, no one's really seeing those kind of record numbers this year for obvious reasons, but we're still really excited about our number. We're like I said, we're trending on average for the last 4 years. So our numbers are really strong. We're hearing a lot after being 2 years apart, just about how people want to get together and be together. And we're really excited about that and the eagerness that we're seeing in the industry to learn from each other and be able to see each other on the trade show floor.
Yeah, certainly been a different 2 years than we've experienced in our lifetimes, and everybody's feeling a little cooped up and ready to get back out for sure. So we've been tracking this show at carwash.com for a while now, and in the past decade or so, it seems that both attendance and exhibit space has grown and increased over that 10-year period. So, in your opinion, Kim, why do you feel that this show has had so much success in recent years?
Well, I think it reflects the success of the industry as a whole. So the show is really here for the industry, and the industry itself is showing so much growth. So the show is a reflection of that. There's been a compound annual growth rate of about 4% across the industry as a whole. So we're seeing a lot of investment in the automotive maintenance and demand for convenient options. Car wash owners and operators are looking for new and innovative ways to have their loyalty base stay with them and to keep their customers interested. And the show offers that and provides that. And again, a reflection on the market as a whole. It's one thing we always talk about here is the industry is so diverse. There's a lot of structure and texture within the industry and some interesting things that are going on. And the show helps drive that. And I think, but the industry is also what drives what happens at the show itself. So therein lies the growth aspect.
Yeah, it's certainly a great show, and one that's packed with a variety of topics on the agenda. Just speaking personally, when I first entered the industry, there was something for me to learn. And even now, as I know the industry a little bit better, there's always a few things I pick up at the show. So another impressive agenda, a packed schedule of events. How can attendees prioritize their time, focus, and energy while attending the show this year? And has the association done anything different that would make it a better show experience for attendees, let's say?
Sure. Let me start with how can you best maximize your time? First of all, download the app, which will be available shortly, so you can really get a good look at how the agenda is laid out, and you can help kind of organize yourself in advance. Prepare in advance. Take a look, talk to your team. If you have if a lot of folks obviously bring several members of their team, sit down and think about how you want to divide and conquer, so to speak, and who might want to go to some sessions and who might want to go to others, and who wants to just walk the trade show floor. You can obviously take a look at, you should definitely look at all the exhibitors that are going to be on the trade show floor. We have over 100 new exhibitors this year, which is super exciting. Again, just a reflection on everything that's happening in the industry. So you're going to want to be able to check out those guys as well and take the time to do that. But the event schedule as a whole is something we always look at every year to just kind of constantly try and keep it better, and better it for the attendee experience and the exhibitor experience as well. So the schedule, you'll see that the schedule starts with breakout rooms and partner solution session rooms. And then it goes right into, for 2 sessions for in the morning. And then we go right into the trade show hall. We also extended trade show hall hours this year. So folks have more time to get on that trade show floor and really make sure that they can see what they're seeing. We have some new things on the show floor this year as well. We have Car Wash Magazine Live, which is going to be really exciting. It's for those of you who haven't seen it, it's our Facebook live session that we have every week with Matt DeWolf. And so we're recreating that live on the show floor. And then we also have Pitch Theater, which is a reconstructed version of our Quick Hits Theater, where you can come and see what's happening in the industry in quick 20-minute increments. So if you're not there in the morning for those premium sessions or partner solution sessions, there's still education happening on the show floor as well throughout the day.
Exciting. I look forward to it. Sounds like a fun experience for sure. So I know we referenced COVID in the beginning here, Kim. Can you update us on some of the latest local and state guidelines, specifically when it comes to visiting the Las Vegas Convention Center, which is the site of this year's show, in regards to attendee safety and COVID?
Sure. I mean, I'm glad we're bringing it up. It's certainly not the headline anymore, which is great, because at one point it certainly was. The great news is Las Vegas has had dozens and dozens of events happen since reopening in June, and they've met safely. And by no means are we going to be the largest show that they've had so far there. They've had, up to 60,000 people. And we're not going to be the smallest either, but their mask mandate that they currently have in place, we anticipate will still be in place when we open doors on November 15th. So that is the local mandate across Las Vegas. Folks that are joining us should expect to see that in all of the casinos and hotels and the restaurants, unless you're actively eating or drinking. So it's not just in the convention center and not just for our guests, it's for Las Vegas as a whole. We've obviously done other things to, other enhanced safety measures just to make this the safest and experience possible, but still not really affect the attendee experience, right? So things like widened aisles and enhanced cleaning efforts and things like that. But what's nice is the show is still going to be a great show. And there's going to be a lot of opportunity to interact and chat with people and meet with who you need to meet and learn what you need to learn.
Kim, thank you very much for those updates. Is there anything in registration that's changing this year that viewers need to be mindful of?
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. Actually, the pre-event registration process doesn't change. Just go onto the website and click register now and go ahead and get registered. But I do want to make folks aware that registration on site will look different this year. It's going to be done through a QR code. So we oftentimes have a lot of folks that come in the day of on Sunday and Monday and register on site. Keep in mind that will be a different process this year. So much like you would if you're ordering at a restaurant, there'll be a QR code that you can scan and it'll bring up the registration site and you can go ahead and register there. We're just asking that you do it before you come over to the convention center. So when you arrive, you can just print out your badge and float on in, easy breezy. It'll reduce our lines, reduce any kind of on-site registration backup, and really just trying to reduce the people congregating in those areas for obvious reasons for safety measures. So,
okay. One of the things that that COVID changed is kind of the cadence of this show and the time in between this show and the next show. So the 2022 schedule for the Car Wash Show 2022 is scheduled for May 9th through the 11th. So with a quicker than normal turnaround to plan the next show, what challenges, if any, are the board and event planners facing for next year's event?
Sure. I mean, look, it's usually about a 12 to 14 month planning cycle. So that planning cycle continues. We've been planning 2022 for quite a while now. Just because 2021 hasn't kicked off yet doesn't mean that we're not already looking ahead to 2022. So the planning continues as we normally would. Our focus really in terms of is really how we can prepare our exhibitors and our other guests and our operators and attendees to be ready for 2022. So it's really more about that and making sure that the exhibitors are ready for that quicker turnaround and really getting us back on that regular schedule that we have. So we will continue in the spring moving forward. And it really just gets us back on our normal cadence.
All right, sounds good. Well, I thank you for taking a few minutes to catch us up on some last minute updates for the show, Kim. It was great to see you and look forward to seeing you in Las Vegas.
Thank you.
This video is sponsored by Mark 7, shaping the future of all things car wash. Visit mark7.net for more information.